Today is my 47th birthday, and I had a realization about fear that I think a lot of us miss. It's not the big, obvious fear that holds us back, it's the subtle ways it quietly starts guiding our lives. This could look like an extra cup of coffee just to get through the morning, saying yes when you really know you mean no, scrolling instead of just sitting with yourself. Maybe it's reaching for a glass of wine at the end of the day, or just feeling slightly off in your body and ignoring it. Nothing big, nothing dramatic, but over time, it slowly adds up. And of course, I feel that happening in my own life too. I am human after all. This morning, I started my day in meditation, pulling cards, sitting with my crystals. Yes, really listening. I loved it. And the message that came through was so clear. Break through your karmic patterns, Mindy. Joy is the way forward. And it takes courage to take that leap because truly you are ready to transcend your limitations. And then, like life loves to do, it met me right there. My parents called me with joy in their heart to wish me a happy birthday. And once that was complete, they started sharing some challenges that they're having around their estate planning. There's tension between my siblings, mistrust, control, old patterns coming up to the surface. And in that moment, I could feel it so clearly. This is it. This is how karma shows up. For some of us, it shows up as tension or pain in the body. For others, it's relationships being tested, old wounds resurfacing, sometimes in big, obvious ways, and other times in really subtle ways and familiar ways that we don't even notice them. Moments where we feel triggered, reactive, stressed, and it's so easy to think that something out there's gone wrong. But what if nothing's gone wrong? What if something is trying to come into the light so we can actually shift for you? Not to trap us, but to show us what we're ready to transcend. And what I saw is this. We don't break these karmic patterns by feeding them. Not through fear, not through indulging in mistrust, not through tightening or trying to control everything. We transcend them through something much bolder and braver. Love, joy, trust. Even when it feels really vulnerable and hard to do, even when it feels uncertain, even when it doesn't make logical sense. And then later, when I was teaching my yoga class this morning, I shared something out loud that I've been really holding pretty darn quiet. I said, "Worldwide Mindy." Not as a cute idea, but as a real commitment to serve, to uplift, and to let love lead at a much bigger level. And I got emotional just saying it because I realized this is my leap. And what I realized in that moment, and still right now, is I've definitely been holding that back. Not because it's not true, but because it feels big, because it's being fully seen that requires trust. And that's where fear sneaks in. And it is so sneaky. So I want to ask you, where is fear, subtle or loud, still guiding your life? Where are you waiting instead of totally trusting yourself? Where's your next leap already asking for you? Because here's the truth. The life that you want doesn't open when fear disappears. It opens when you decide to move with something deeper than fear. And if you're feeling that pull right now, please don't ignore it. This is your moment to trust yourself. So just take a second right here, right now. Feel into your body. Take that deep breath you've been craving. This isn't about what you think you should do. It's about what you actually feel. That's your guidance. There's a part of you, Shakti, if I'm calling it out boldly, that always knows. She is your inner guidance system. Trust in her wisdom, for it is yours. And if you want support in that process, Be More You, the spring version, is where we go deeper into this work. I'd love to have you inside. It's a seasonal reset for women who have slowly drifted from their truth and want to come back to their true selves and listen to where love is leading them. You can find more information on my website, mindyarbuckle.com. And DM me if you have any questions. I am here to help support you reconnect with your truth, to overcome these karmic limitations, and to help you live your divine purpose.